Well, good evening, everyone. How you doing tonight?
Good
Thank,
evening.
thank you for joining us. See Alex Conroy Hunter out there and Stephen Parsons. How you doing, Stephen? Hey, SJ. How you doing
Hey,
tonight?
good to see everybody.
We have Mrs. TB live and in the house again. She
Yes.
took a break off of being live and just hung out on the chat with us, which she'll hang out on the chat tonight as well. But yeah, we were able to, these old folks figure out the technology to get her logged in and working off her iPad. So we'll see how that goes tonight. How you doing, Mrs. TV? How you doing tonight? Feeling better, I trust. Oh, looks like I might have lost her audio. Says your microphone's muted there, Mrs. TV. But anyway, I'll say hi to people. Silver Ripples, how you doing tonight? Off Grid Power, thank you for joining us. And yeah, I'm glad to have Mrs. TB back as well. She's I missed her engaging in our conversations. And ice cold water, thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, there you are, Mrs. TB. Are you back?
Yes. For
Leave your
some reason, I
iPad
lost the
alone.
connection for my headset again.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, we'll just get through it. And then I said hi to Ice Cold Water. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys spending your Monday evenings with us. And
Awesome.
Alex, why I got you here, Mrs. TV told me last week that you had said that you had received our envelope, and I just wanted to confirm that you did finally receive that envelope I sent you weeks ago. So could you just let us know here real quick that you got that? And I think there's only one other person I think that didn't get it. Hey, Bigfoot Silver Hide and Seeker, how you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. Hey, John Oof Coins, appreciate you coming out there tonight, guys. My camera's acting a little bit funny tonight. I'll
It
put it
looks
on.
strange.
Yeah, that there's something. One of the settings must got changed. I actually use a iPhone with an app on it, and it's usually pretty reliable. That's how I record all my videos. But tonight, for some reason, it's looking a wee bit funny. So I'm just probably gonna leave my icon on for most of the time until we're ready to do a giveaway or something. But anyway, yes, hit that like button. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. And yeah, it's like the lights. It's not handling the lights. It's one of the what's the light setting on a camera? I think it's. I'm not really sure how to. Well, let me see if I can look at that because I think maybe if you there's one of the, I'd have to look up the instructions on it, but there's one way I think with your where you move your fingers on the screen that you can do it. Oh, there we go. Let's try that. Let me go back to there. Turn my camera back on. And it looks better on the phone than it does on the screen. But anyway, I won't sit here and play with my camera all night. But anyway, everybody, thanks for joining us. And tonight we're going to pretty much talk about constitutional silver. I picked up some more from my local resource. I want to go through that with you guys. I thought we'll go through it at the same time. I have not looked at it yet or opened it up. And so I thought it might be kind of cool to take a look at that. And Mrs. TV, looks like your mic is off again. There you are. Are you back? Yep.
I am back. I'm having trouble connecting with the live and the live stream and the hangout.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just keep on rolling forward and hope that your iPad hangs in there for us.
I hope so.
And then let's see, Silver Leprechaun has joined us. Say hi to Silver Leprechaun there, Mrs. TV.
Hey there, Silver Leprechaun. I don't see the chat portion right now.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. And she can promise, right? She can promise you that she has not had a drink yet tonight.
Not yet.
Not yet. So anyway, so let's talk about some constitutional silver. Just about all my videos are on constitutional. I love it a lot. I'm trying to collect. Me and the missus have a guardhouse box for all three of the main ones: the half dollars, the quarters, and the dimes. And so we're trying to get those things filled up. It takes a while because, as you know, it takes a while to get that much constitutional silver. So,
so TB, are you gonna tell them what you've been up to lately with that?
I'm planning to kind of draw it out a little bit there, Mrs. TV.
Oh, okay. We know that you have found some great resources.
Yeah, Stephen Parsons thinks that maybe I'm playing an April Fool's joke on you, and maybe I'm disconnecting your microphone.
Oh, well, I'll have to think about that one and investigate.
Hi, Barbara. Barbara Carbona's out there tonight. How you doing tonight? Thanks
Barbara.
for joining us. Barbara's been on hot on my mailing list the past couple of weeks, so she's gotten some pretty nice things recently and donated from others on the chat. So that's been very kind of others, and Barbara's been receiving some pretty cool stuff.
Very cool. It's so nice for people to share like that.
I really think so. Great community. People are doing that all the time. And Mrs. TB, Tennessee Stacker, has just joined us. Hey. TS, how you doing tonight?
Good to see you.
So some of you may be able to hear that I'm still a little bit stuffy, still trying to break out of this cold that I got a week or two ago. So feeling much better, but I'm still slightly under the weather. So, we'll get through it. Mrs. TB and I have been very, very busy. We've had so much going on lately that it's just been so hard to manage and balance everything. But, everybody's busy, and it's good to be busy.
And we had that crazy weather, too. Trying to do some spring cleanup, and it's like, Saturday, the daffodils are starting to push through the dirt and the hyacinths, and grass starting to green a little bit. And next thing you know, we got a dusting of snow on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it was more than a dusting. It covered all the grass and stayed around for a couple of days. It's still out there today. Some of it's melted, but man. So Barbara says she did receive my my other envelope that we sent last week, so that's good.
Perfect.
Glad you got it, Barbara. And Mrs. TB, you said you can't see the chat, right?
I cannot. I'm very disappointed that I can't see the chat and be on the Hangout. I need my help desk, and you're at Mr. TB, but we're not in the same room, so.
So did you pull up the live side on your iPhone so you could watch it over there?
No, silly me. I didn't even think of that.
Because you'll be able to see the chat if you do it over there. And I wondered because Barbara said, "Hi, Mrs. TB." So Barbara has said hi to you.
Hi, Barbara. Sorry, I can't type right now.
So it looks like my screen's going to be a little funny on us, but let me go ahead and while Mrs. TB is investigating the iPhone side of it, let me go ahead and. Oh, by the way, before I move these out of the way, this is what I'm going to give away tonight. A couple 40%ers. I think these have a little bit more in them, a little bit more silver than the dimes. Last week I gave away the dimes, so I don't know. These are cool. I don't generally collect a whole lot of 40%ers, but they're still silver, and they're good to have in the old hands, that's for sure. So we'll be giving those away tonight, and of course I'll send some stickers along with them as well. And so, Mrs. TB uses my tech support a lot. So does
It's a family help desk.
I get calls quite often.
Uh-huh.
C-Rod, how you doing tonight? I hope you are well as well. All silver is cool. That's right, Silver Ripples. All silver is cool. So let me show you what I picked up today from my local resource. He's not packaging it in tubes or anything too nicely because he's giving me a lot of them. But this is the packet of stuff. So we'll go through it. This is how I picked it up. I give cash, he gives coin. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at what we got in the old prescription pill bottles.
It's a good prescription for what's ailing you, Mr. TV.
Yeah. So let's pull out the big pink one first and see what's in here. So we have. Did you get on, Mrs. TB?
No, I cannot sign in.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. Well, I'll just have to maintain the chat for you and let you know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Just keep me posted.
Silver Ripple says this is silver medicine. Oh, yes, it is.
Medicinal.
So in this prescription bottle, we have a roll of Roosevelts. Pretty nice, huh? Roosevelts usually don't have as much wear on them as Mercury's, so, ounce for ounce, they have a little bit more silver on them.
Those are kind of shiny, aren't they?
Yeah. It's going to be a nice addition to the old guardhouse box.
One dime at a time.
C-Rad says, I need a script. So let's go ahead and put those back in there. I'll put them in my time tubes later. Of course, I just dumped them all over the floor.
Mr. TV.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, Barb, pretty cool, huh? So I'll tell you when I get done here how much I paid for them because I got another fantastic deal. And the only reason I keep buying is because the deals are just too good to pass up. So here's prescription bottle number 2. And it is another roll of Roosevelts, 50 silver dimes. So, Stephen, do I get by face or by weight? I usually do it by face. So what I do, there's a website called Junk Silver Guide. Junk. I don't know. I've got a bookmark. Let me see. At junksilverguide.com. And you can go in there and you can hang on a minute. I lost my hangout.
Oh, you lost your hangout.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I just got it off my screen. So I usually go into this Junk Silver Guide. There's a calculator there. And I'll say, like here, he gave me, he had 100 dimes. Actually, there's going to be more. 40 quarters, whatever. And when you do the calculation, it tells you by face value how much weight in silver is there. Then I take that and I, put in how much money I want to pay for it and divide by the weight. So it's a weight thing. What I like about Junk Silver Guide is that it uses 0.715. Some other websites use 0.7234 for the calculation. 0.7234 would be coins with no wear on them. So 0.715 is in my opinion, the more accurate one to use. And it's better for the buyer to use that.
Right, and you showed last time how the wear can affect the stack inside the tube of the coins, which was pretty impressive because there's a huge difference.
There is a huge difference. In fact, I could probably show that as well here momentarily. So it does matter if you're paying by weight, but it does make a difference. So this is a second tube of Roosevelts. Let's see what else we have in here. So that's 100 dimes for $10 face.
So TV, that was junksilverguide.com, correct?
Yep, junksilverguide.com. When you go there, go to the silver calculator. and it's really, really easy to use. Now, the other one I use sometimes is coinapps.com, but they use 0.7234 for their calculator, and a lot of stuff I buy is not BU, so I don't like to use that calculator. Yes, Armando, we have Mrs. TB live in the background. She's joining us tonight. She
but
is
no
in the hangout.
chat. But I
can't
go to my chat.
Yeah, but she is with us tonight and got the technology working for us.
At least partially.
Sometimes.
Part 1 is working. Part 2 we'll have to work on.
So the next thing I got from this gentleman was a roll of quarters. Man, I just can't keep them on the table. All right, roll of quarters. Here they are. I don't want to bore everybody for too long. Everybody knows what this stuff looks like, but pretty nice. So that was
quite a bit. It fills up the palm of your hand.
Oh yeah, that's. I like the quarters. The quarters are the least, well, besides the halves. Dimes seem to be pretty easy to get for some reason. It's the quarters that I really want to get more of, so I'm happy to pick up a roll of quarters.
So how many quarters are in that roll?
There's 40 quarters. 40 quarters makes $10, so it's $10 per roll. And on the dimes, it's 50 for $5. So a roll of dimes is $5, and a roll of quarters is $10.
Face value.
Face value, that's correct.
I learned that term. Thanks to you.
Hey, Lincoln DMZ, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Yes, Armando saying we need to give our spouses thanks for supporting us in all of our endeavors. I would agree with that. Having support is critical to being able to stack. Tennessee Stacker says he loves the $50 Walking Liberty. Oh, yeah, sure do.
They are cool looking. And that wear reminds you of the history that it's lived through.
Oh, yeah, and that guy had a roll of Franklin's and Walking Liberties he wanted to tell me today as well. But just got to watch the budget. We do have to stay within what we can do. So
that's right. You have to ride your bicycle to work tomorrow.
that would have upped the budget quite a bit. So yeah, I decided to pass, even though I really, really would have liked to have them. Hey, Yankee Stacking, how you doing tonight? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're feeling much better. I'm still a little nasally here, but definitely feeling better than I did, last week. That's for sure.
Thanks for asking. Yeah, we are both doing better.
And the wife is joining us via Hangouts tonight, so that's pretty cool. She should be with us after this week. She should be back live with us, just taking care of business. So got to do what we got to do.
And next
go ahead,
Mr. TV will make sure that I can you get into the chat. I can't do that tonight, unfortunately. Yeah. The disconnection happens.
Okay. All right. And then, so there was 2 rolls of dimes, a roll of quarters, and then he had a few miscellaneous quarters that he asked if I'd be interested in. So let's see what we have here. We have a couple of Washingtons, couple of Barbers. And as we know, the Barbers are usually pretty wore down. 1914, and 1899. And the rest are SLQs, standing Liberty quarters. So, these are usually, if these aren't beaten down, you're going to pay a lot of money for them. So, I'm not a big fan of the SLQs really because of all the wear on them. But, he's selling these to me for way under spot. I know a lot of people do like them. So, if I'm going to get them under spot, I'll pick them up. But the majority of what I like to get is the Washingtons. And so
that's a new term I don't think I heard before, an acronym. SLQ, Standing Liberty
Quarter. Yep.
Quarter.
Yep. SLQ. That is these right here. And you can see a lot of them, the dates are wore off. And, but, you know, people like them. And then we have the barbers, which were even before that. And these are almost always, you know, again, if you're going to get one of these without wearing them, you're gonna pay really good money for it. So
how much?
Generally, you know, honestly, I don't even know. Maybe someone on there would know, but I've never really priced them because I'm not gonna,
good for the cheap deal. I know.
I'm not gonna pay it. So, but yeah, but then I'm sure you know people collect them and they have them graded and stuff. And I got the book right next to me. Let's see, a barber quarter. Let's just pick one. You know, 1800s, late 1800s, 1900s. You can see here if they're in really good shape, $1,500, $1,000. Oh, look at this one. You could get this one for me, Mrs. TV, a 1901S. Hey, it's only $45,000. What do you think?
You'd have to sell both our cars in order, and you probably still wouldn't even be able to afford it.
But our anniversary's coming up and make a perfect anniversary gift.
Yeah, right, Joe. Sorry.
So then the Standing Liberty quarters from 1916 to 1924, you can see here as well that, you know, really good condition. Now, obviously, these are this much money because they're so rare. I mean, it's very unlikely you'd ever get one. But you can see here a G4, which is pretty worn, is still $1,600. So,
Wow. Wow.
so yeah, so that's why, you know, our budget affords us to get the floor down ones. But, you know,
And the dimes.
You never know, though, with these, you know, somebody giving this stuff to you when you're just buying it in piles of Constitutional, you know, it may be worth it to go through and spend some time looking at the dates because you never know if one of those things could slip through.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Ripple says, imagine a roll of those in BU. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be great.
Yeah. Yankee Stacking says that SSQ was new to Little Stacks, his son, last week too, Mrs. TV. So Little Stacks just recently learned about SLQs.
Oh, so he learned before I did.
Well, that's because I generally don't buy too many of them, so that's why you don't really see too many of them around here because I just he threw them in there, got them for the same price as everything else. So I'm just looking at some of the.
So are those usually a premium?
Oh yeah, yeah. Usually they are. They come with a premium. If you or look on eBay or something, you're going to pay more for usually for the SLQs and the barbers.
Oh, okay.
And then finally, in this deal today, he threw in. So we already saw we had 100 Roosevelts. He threw in some Mercury dimes. They're all in pretty good shape. Not wore down at all. And I think he said he had a couple Barber dimes, yeah. Now, again, I don't really collect these Barber dimes because look at these things. Look at how worn down they are. And you can usually,
almost like a silhouette.
You can really see it on the back how they, I mean, they've just been around a long time. They've been in circulation a long time. And again, you're going to get anything, if you were to get a Barber dime that looked even, you know, close to something like this, you're just going to have to get out your pocketbook and pay for it. So, and you can feel these. These things are like, you can feel them in your hand. They're so thin feeling. You can definitely tell just by the feel that they're much thinner. A wafer. So that's what I picked up today off of my resource. Hey, Lake House Beach, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Mike Wolf's looked in as well. Hey, Mike, how you doing tonight? Thank you. Thank you for coming along.
Mike.
Stephen Parsons says he loves the Mercury dimes.
They're nice.
Yeah, and then Silver Leprechaun says, I love old money. I look at them like a time machine. I like to look at what was going on in that time of mint. Yeah, that's really cool.
I like that. Time machine.
So Yankee says he's having a hard time getting going with his Yankee Silver Constitutional Series. One of each type. That sounds like a great series, Yankee. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing that.
Yes.
There's a lot of series I've been wanting to do that I just don't have time to do it. I've been wanting to do a series on Geiger bars. Love the Geiger bars. Got a few different ones. I also been wanting to do a series on Lake House Beach. Put out a video yesterday on the Eagle Hard rounds, and I'd love to. I've been wanting to do something on those for quite a while because I've been I collect those as well, and they're just cool. And so yeah, there's just only so much time in the day. Like I said, Mrs. and I have just been so busy. So did Ravenous Treasure join us? He did. Sorry, you slid right past us.
Hey there.
Yeah, he says he just has a minute to stop by. He's saying hi to us. Well, thanks, Rav. Appreciate it. Showing off some more Constitutional Silver I bought today, and I know Rav, you're a big Constitutional Silver fan, so yeah, picked up some more. So just to kind of summarize, get it all back on the screen here. We've got 100 dimes here, 2 rolls, plus 9 miscellaneous, 7 mercuries, and 2 barbers. And a roll of quarters, plus an additional, what was it? 4, 8, 12, an additional 12, so $3 more. Picked up all this today for $1.14 under spot per ounce. So $1.14 under spot. This guy sold this to me for. So I think as I spend more and more money, the deals get better and better because, like I said, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know, spending a lot of money on this stuff. But boy, when he comes at you with a $1.14 below spot, wow, how can you turn it down? So
you are a good shopper.
Yeah, I mean, I throw my numbers out there. You know, he usually starts higher, I come lower. And I think because we've been doing this for so long, he's pretty much doing what I ask. But
well, you do. He still does seem to make you negotiate because he'll throw a number out there that you would not typically take. So he knows there's a negotiation that's going to happen.
Yeah. So if we do the calculation here, we've got. You know what? I'm going to pull up the website I told you guys about, which is Junk Silver Guide. I'll go to the silver calculator. And again, I'm not concerned about whether they're barbers or mercuries. They're just dimes. So we've got 109 dimes. We've got 40 plus 12, 52 quarters. And we're going to calculate. That works out to 17.075 ounces. 109.52. So this is a little over 17 ounces of pure silver. Of course, we know it's 90%, but the calculation 0.715 calculates for that 90%. It works out to 17 ounces. So it's a great way to add to your silver stack for sure.
Pure 90% silver. That's a new one for me.
Well, the amount of pure silver in the 90%, I kind of said that wrong.
Okay.
Yankee Stacking says TV wins Constitutional Stacking Challenge hands down. Yeah, I'm just been blessed with finding this resource who has just another resource that apparently has a lot of it from days gone by. So TV arm wrestles him for the final price, and he is strong like a bull. well,
or stubborn.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I'm willing to walk away I mean, I kind of set my mind with this guy now that it's got to be at least 70 cents below spot or I won't buy from him, which is really unfair because that's just really a fantastic. I mean, 70 cents below spot's a great price. So, I mean, would 50 be a bad deal? Of course it wouldn't. So,
but he spoiled you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's good. Right. He's setting the expectations.
Right. So, yeah, he's happy, though. He's getting more than what he could get by going to a coin shop.
Yeah. Yankee says, going to rename my channel Talking Junk. Alex says he recently sold some of his 35 and 40% silver to get $9.99 buying stuff. Just had a lot of it. Yeah, I did that a while back, Alex. I took all my 40%ers to a coin show and traded them in. I can't remember how many I had, but I traded them in for 3 American Silver Eagles. I just wanted to get the pure silver instead of having the 40%. So yeah, that's as a Yankee says, that's a smart move there, Alex, I think. Plus, it doesn't take up as much room either for same amount of silver.
That's true. It is easier to store.
Alex says you should do a full stack for your constitutional silver. Yeah, I'm avoiding doing that. Showing all that I have. I don't know. I'm just kind of weird about that. I don't know. Yankee said he would. Yankee said he would never do it, and then a couple of weeks ago he had a video showing his full stack. So I guess opinions change.
Yeah.
But
for right now, it's just not in our list of things to do.
Hey, Silver Wolverine has joined us. How you doing there?
Hey,
SW.
Silver Wolverine.
Appreciate you coming on and joining us tonight. Just showing off some more constitutional silver that I bought today for $1.14 under spot. But it can change from the time I work the deal till the time I get to there. Silver changes so frequently. But let me see. Alex says, "Sorry guys, I'm trying to read the chat." Yankee says, "Hit one if you want a full stack constitutional silver video by TP." Yankee. Alex says he has an LCS that I scored 7 Mercury dimes that are under 10 million. I'm looking to flip them at a coin shop. Cool. I'd love to be able to flip my stuff, but I'm one of those people that once I buy it, I don't like to get rid of it. But I should look to flip a little bit of it because some of it can make you some money. So Armando says he just traded $75 face value of wheat pennies for $2.50 piece of gold. Awesome.
Oh.
I would trade pennies for gold any day of the week.
That sounds great.
Oh, and then Silver Turtle says he's getting ready to make a video with our GAW win. So the one that he finally got, the one that got shipped back to me after several weeks and paid the postage and sent it back to him. So that's awesome that he finally got it, ST. That's great.
Cool. We're looking forward to seeing that video.
Oh, for sure. So Barbara, you love constitutional silver, I know as well. How much do you collect it outside of your gauze? Do you actively purchase it? I'm just curious where you're at with it. It's great. And then Ravenous says 40% gets looked over a lot. Went up for sale. People glide by or don't pay attention to it. I've picked up a lot way under spot because of that. Yeah, that's good, Rav, because either you can keep it if you like 40% or do what Alex did and take it to a coin show and or an LCS or wherever you can go and trade up if you want to. But 40% is still a decent piece of silver. So let me see. I'm not even sure. Maybe you guys know what's the melt value on a 40%. I can go to this coin apps and look here real quick.
Oh, and then TB, when did you want to do? Were you having a couple gauze tonight, or what's going on with that?
I am. In fact, it's about time to give away a 40%er.
Imagine that.
So there's a 0.15 troy ounces in a 40%er. Right now it's worth $2.22 worth of spot price. So that's good. Let me see. Yeah, Armando, we try to stack a little bit of gold. It's just gold is so hard to buy. But it's part of our goal. Part of our goal this year is to pick up a little bit of gold each month. So we're trying to do that.
So expensive, so very expensive. But we're trying to fit that into our plan, which doesn't make it easy when Mr. TV is always finding a great deal on silver.
Yeah, it blows our budget for our other stuff. Yep, right. Yep, I know that. Okay, so let me get this constitutional silver out of the way here. And let's give away a 40%er. That's so lonely on the screen by itself. Let's get
jazz it up a little bit.
Let's get a little bit. All my camera's not working right.
What a glare.
Hey Yankee, you still using IV cam on your iPhone? That's what I'm using tonight. For some reason, I'm getting this white streaks on it. I wonder if you've ever had that issue with it. So, all right. Well, we're gonna make it easy tonight because didn't have time to go find a good trivia question. So we're gonna do guess the number. Okay. It's an easy one. So. Unfortunately, Mrs. TV can't see the chat, so we'll have to keep an eye out there, and we'll have to find out. You'll have to believe me when the first one on my screen. So, yeah, Yankee, I love this IV cam, but for some reason it's bugging out on me tonight. It's getting that really white cast on it. So, but I love it. I use it to record all my videos. All right.
So are you going to pick a number?
I'm writing the number down right now.
Okay.
So we have 20 people on the chat. So it's going to be a number 1 through 20. And hang on, don't do it yet. I'm writing it down. I'm thinking real hard here. Takes a long time to think.
There's a limited number between 1 and 20.
All right. I wrote it down, wrote it right in the middle of my page so that can't reuse it. But all right, so let me go ahead. 1 through 20. Go. First one on my screen. This is for a 40%er. And don't see it yet. Keep trying. Don't see it yet. There we go. You can stop. You can stop. I see now my screen is probably going to look different right next to each other. First was Alex Coin Roll Hunter. The number was 9. So Alex Coin Roll Hunter had 9. And Rav was right after him with a 9 as well. But on my screen, Alex was first. So congrats there, Alex Coin Roll Hunter. You seem to win no matter what stream you hang out on. That's great.
He types really fast or something.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on, but he wins a lot, and we know he loves that 40%. So yeah. Way to go, Alex. Congratulations.
Cool.
We will send you the 1968 40%er. And we've got another one to give away here pretty soon. And so we'll do it here again pretty quick for another one. Yeah, he just went on Coast to Coast. I know.
What?
This guy just yeah, Alfred Power says that he needs a wrench. He wants to be a mod so they can time out Alex because he thinks
slow him down a little bit. He'd still probably win.
He would.
By a fraction of a second.
And then Silver Fox has joined us. Hey, Silver Fox, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. So one of the things, we're pretty much just talking about constitutional silver tonight. Just figured we'd engage in conversation because most people collect it and stack it. And I'm wondering, we talked earlier about how many people, or I wanted to gauge how many people actually go through and look for errors or varieties, or you know what, I'm going to turn my camera off because it just doesn't look good. So, and number 27, Alex has won 27 gauze.
What?
Wow. Yeah. That's like a Mrs. TB's icon. She's her icon's a lot prettier. Mine is. It's a sharp looking icon there. But
thank you.
So I'm wondering how many people actually look through your constitutional silver for key dates or varieties. I'm not really sure. Somebody earlier said about errors and varieties. I'm not sure of a good resource. I think somebody sent me a website a while back about where you can go. Does anybody know where you can go look to, like if I wanted to look at my Mercury dimes, where's a good website or a good resource to find out what I should be looking for if I start scanning through those things? So Armando, you look at scents for variety, so you must have a microscope or something that you use because scents are, they're so small, just like dimes. It's hard to look at those things for very long if you don't have some type of visual aid. I mean, even if you use a jeweler's loop, it really tires your eyes out pretty fast. So.
Yeah, but TB, don't you have something like that you could hook up to your camera and?
Oh yeah, I mean, I could just use my microscope, my coin cam, and in fact, let's see if we can turn this thing on. And let me put one of these Mercs under here. Let's just take a quick look at it. Got my filter on. Let me turn my filter off.
It looks like it's on the side from my view. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's backwards on Hangouts. It's a little weird how it works. All right, so I'm not seeing let me see. Okay, there it is. So, got to adjust the.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
I mean, it's nice to have a coin cam if you're going to go through all this stuff. Hey, Novus Stackers joined us. Hey, Novus, how you doing tonight?
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for coming in.
So what types of things would we be looking for then? Double stamp or something, or?
Yep, which is generally called a double die. So you could look around the 1944 or the In God We Trust, and you could see, or around the Liberty, you could see like double lettering, double stamping.
Okay.
Armando, I do have a cherry picker's guide, but I'd have to look and see which one it is. I don't know if it covers everything. Don't they have multiple versions of a cherry picker guide? I'm not really sure if which one I have. In fact, Mrs. TB bought me one for Christmas. I just haven't reached. I guess I haven't really looked at it that much.
Well, just don't tell Mrs. TB you really haven't looked at that book yet.
Well,
she might get an attitude.
That's because I don't do pennies and stuff. I really just get 3 coins, $50, dimes, and quarters.
Yeah, I'm just picking on you. We've been awfully busy.
Oh yeah, Barbara laughs every time she sees Novus's name. Oh, Novus, so picked on, poor guy. So Alex is gonna go. Take care, Alex. Now that you've won the GAW, it's time to go.
What? On to another GAW winning, I suppose.
So Steven says full bands on back is desirable. So let's see what he's talking about for that. So if you look at the Mercury here, let me get it oriented right.
Okay.
So you see how there's bands, horizontal and vertical. On this thing, I don't have it. Let me get it centered on screen a little better.
So the bands on there.
Hey, Steve Rice to join us. Yeah, see the bands up and down here, and then there's also horizontal ones. And I think the horizontal ones are the ones that are important to be full bands, aren't they? Somebody help me out here. This is equivalent to, like, remember a few weeks ago when we talked to Full Push Metals, he was talking about full bell lines on the Liberty Bell and the Franklin coins. It's really kind of the same thing where you want your full lines. You don't want them to be, like, you can see that middle horizontal band, they're kind of like mushed together. There's no defined bands. There should be two of them there.
Okay.
So you're looking, to have good quality. You want to see, distinct bands there.
But that's not the variety or errors or.
No, that wouldn't be right or near. It'd be just a condition thing. That'd be like just a really sharp strike and wasn't circulated or anything that would cause them to, get worn a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just one of them that I picked up today as part of my collection. So it is in pretty good shape. Not bad, that's for sure. So Steven, you're saying split horizontal bands. So yeah, the ones, there's actually three of them on here, right? There's the top, the middle, and the bottom. And what about the vertical bands, Steven? Does that matter? Or is it really the horizontal bands that we're looking at? Steve Rice. So yeah, I mean, I've got a ton of Mercury dimes. I just don't have a ton of time to go through them, but maybe someday I'll go through and let's just take a quick look here in the book at the Mercury dimes. There's only a few key years, isn't there, for the Mercuries? Let's see. And the Mercury dimes, commonly known as Winged Liberty Head. So they started in 1916. Let me go ahead and change cameras. So Steve, you're saying it's the middle band that's important? Okay, cool. That's good to know. Let me change my camera back over to IV cam and then show it. So if we look here in the book, we can see that obviously everybody knows the 1916 is the desirable Mercury dime you come across here. But if you come down, there's only a few others. So the 1921, the 1921D is, even in rough shape, $45 and $60. And then the next one is a 1926S, in rough shape is $13. I mean, hopefully we'd have something over here along the middle, right? $250, $350, $60. And then let's see what else we have on this page. So they go all the way up to 1931. Or no, sorry, they go all the way, Mercury's go all the way to 1945. They just threw some pictures. So can you see this? So this is a mint mark. This is a 1942 over 1. So it was stamped 1941, and then they stamped a 42 on it, a 2. So that's pretty desirable there. But anyway, coming down here, we can see, if we look through here, none of these Mercury dimes. I mean, they're way more in spot, that's for sure. And we get the 1942 over 41. So that right there is $450. In better shape, it's $650. 1942D, 42 over 1. It's also worth some money. And then finally on this page, And then finally on this page, all the way up to the last year, 1945, they're just regular. Now you can see here, if you get them in great condition, they're worth a lot of money. But, you know, on standard, what you'd probably get in your constitutional junk silver purchases, they're just all going to be worth just a few bucks. But still, when you're paying over a buck below spot, you're getting them for, you know, probably less than a buck a piece, and they're saying in pretty bad condition they're worth almost $3. So not bad, not bad. Let me get back to the chat here. Sorry, I got into the book there. So Medio Man says, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Talking Bullion.
Hi there.
1916 MS-64 full bands and a bag of silver junk. That really? So
Nice.
1916 and a 1917.
Wow.
MS-64 and MS. Wow, that is awesome. That is really cool.
It's a great find. You never know what you're going to find.
So Steve Wright says he found a 42 mark with a tiny S mint mark. Let me see if it says that in the book here. 42. Yeah, they have a 45 with a micro S, Steve, but they're not saying anything about a 42. So I'm not sure on that one. So just trying to catch up with the chat. All right, so we still have another giveaway to do. Got another 40%er. And this one is a pretty nice looking 1969. Let me put my camera back on here. I got the funky look on it again, but anyway, 1969. Good condition. Pretty shiny for sure. Back of it looks great. How come my picture is backwards?
I don't know. I was wondering.
You know what? Because of that.
What'd you do?
It's just a setting on the camera. I must have bumped, so I flipped it over. There we go. All right. So just looking at the chat here, everybody's having a good time, it looks like. Novus is, looks like the topic still, which is awesome. Yeah, off grid. I had my setting backwards. I must have tapped it when I was trying to get my camera looking better.
I thought you were you had a misprint on your TV label for her sticker for a moment there.
All right, so yeah, April Fools. Yeah, lucky April Fools. All right, so we're going to do another guess the number. Oh, this one's going to be easy. I don't know, Mrs. Stevie. We've dropped down 6 people. We only have 14 watching us now.
What?
I know. Yeah.
Maybe they need a math question.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, look at that. As soon as you said math question, we lost another person.
Oh, no.
So we're going to do, oh, we got 14 back again. Yeah. Yankee says, Alex is gone. We'll have a chance to win now.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So we're going to do 1 through, well, it says 13. We'll do 1 through 15. And you can guess as many times as you want. Don't start yet. And this is for a 1969 40%er. And let me go ahead and write the number down. Let me do, see, we're going to do 1 through 15. All right. I have written the number down. Let me go ahead and type it in here. 1 through 15 and go. It's for a 40%er. 1969. All right, you guys can stop. See, that's a problem with doing such a small range. Somebody already got it.
Well, why didn't you pick a larger range?
Because I didn't want people guessing forever.
That was unbelievable. The one time people kept guessing and missing the number.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and stop. So the number was 11, which is right there. Oh boy, my camera's
It's hard to read it. Okay,
yeah,
there it
11, 40%, 1969. Whoa! Hope you guys got your sunglasses on. So that's a pretty crazy looking 11, isn't it? I can write better than that, or maybe I can't. So anyway, it's going to off-grid power. Congratulations, off-grid.
Hey, off-grid! Cool. Congrats.
Yeah. Off-grid power went quite a bit too. What's that, Mrs. TB?
I was gonna say, so what else is going on tonight? Talking.
I don't know.
What? You never run out of anything to talk about. I mean, that's why we call you Talking Bullion. If we're talking bullion, you're talking.
Yeah, we just got a lot of things going on. You know, with my job, I worked quite a bit and was up almost the whole night last night. Only got a couple hours of sleep, so getting pretty tired myself. But
ready to fall asleep.
What's going on with you, Mrs. TB? What do you want to share with everybody?
Oh, I don't know. Not too much, other than unfortunately haven't been able to check in on the channel and create content yet. But hopefully, life's going to settle down a little bit here soon, and we'll be able to have some time to do some creative things instead of just the work routine.
Yeah, so
spring cleaning has been a big challenge and had a lot to do. But I do appreciate you learning how to use a vacuum, Mr. TB.
Oh, come on. You are one spoiled woman and you know it.
Yes, I am.
So let me see. Yankee says, TB, have you heard of a decent way to remove milk spots? Well, the way that I do it, Yankee, is I use a jeweler's cloth. I mean, the way I see it, the thing is already, questionable anyway. But I'll tell you, the jeweler's cloth is doesn't scratch it up or anything. You give it a light rub with. There's two different types of cloth on a jeweler's cloth, and I'll tell you what, you get done with that thing, and the thing looks great. I don't think you'd ever notice that it was, it doesn't look like it was cleaned or anything. It just brings it back to restore it. So. I don't have a whole lot of coins that I've had milk spots on, but when I do, I just hit it lightly. I got a jeweler's cloth off Amazon for, $5 or $6. Something wasn't very much. So, and then Silver Ripples is asking about the port accord. Yeah, Mrs. TB and I have enjoyed the port accord, and it's getting ready to find a new home soon. So I'll be looking for that video coming soon. And we'll keep that thing moving.
Yeah, we got a little bit delayed with our not feeling well.
But we still hung out with our buddy and had a good time with him.
We did.
Yeah, Nova Stacker says, "Spoil me, TB." Oh, cool, Yankee. Yankee just got a jeweler's cloth today. Have you tried it yet? Yeah, just use the more abrasive cloth gently on it, and then use a less abrasive one, and a little tougher on it, and it'll clean those things right up for you. So
all this extra information you've learned in really less than a year.
Oh yeah. Yep, I'll tell you, it's been great. This community is awesome. There's so much to so many great channels to watch, and as you know, Mrs. TB, I sit around just about every night trying to catch up on my fellow community members to support their videos and give them some watch times and give them some thumbs up. I do the best I can. There's so many great channels out there.
You do.
And, got to support each other. That's what we got to do. We got to support each other.
That's true.
So it's just about 10 o'clock, folks. We like to keep it on time here. So I really appreciate you joining us tonight. I'll make sure that we get out the gauze sometime this week. I'll send them out to you, and I'll put them in a regular card, and we shouldn't have any problem with them making it through. And so Yankee, I missed it. What challenge has been made? I didn't see what you guys were talking about.
Was it the challenge about showing the stack?
No, I think they were talking about something else.
Oh,
maybe not.
I can't see the chat.
Well, here's the bad news. I can see it, and I still don't know what's going on.
That is bad.
Rice versus Novus. So Steve Rice and Novus are up to something.
Oh, well, it's tough to be talking and typing and trying to follow everybody else's conversation, but it makes it fun.
Yeah. All right, Barbara's saying good night. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Yankee. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Yankee. Status of the PA is coming. Look for that to be resolved here very soon. So hang with me. Things are moving along.
All
right, you guys. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.